Hi everyone, let's talk about the new Halloween event for Star Lancer Elizabeth Báthory, the first ever 5-star of the Elizabeth servants, and she proposed some unique skill set which may be broken in some situations. Skill 1 gives a party attack boost for 20% free turns, then a self-buster performance and a crit damage boost by 30% free turns, and inflict a 500 damage burn to the enemy while no more attacking for 3 turns. Skill 2 gives herself invincibility for 2 times 3 turns, overcharge party MP by 1 stage for 1 time 3 turns when attacking with buster card for 3 times 3 turns, and a self MP charge by 10% times the total amount of Elizabeth and Elizabeth trade on both frontline and enemy team. Skill 3 gives a 30% self MP charge, then a 20% party MP charge, gives party Elizabeth trade for 3 turns, gain 50 crit star, but reduce party mental debuff resistance except herself by 50% for 3 turns. Her noble Phantasm has 2 forms, while in stage 1 and 2, increase her MP damage by 10% 1 turn before attacking, then deals 600% damage to an enemy and deals extra 1.5 times MP damage against dragon enemy, reduce the enemy's MP gauge by 1, inflict a 5-turn 2000 damage curse on the enemy, charges 10% MP for Elizabeth allies and gain 30 crit star. While in stage 3, she will increase her MP damage by 20% 1 turn before attacking, then deals 600% damage to an enemy and deals 1.5 times MP damage against dragon enemy, inflicts a 5-turn 2000 damage curse on the enemy and charges 20% MP for Elizabeth allies. Elizabeth is a very unique 5-star Lancer, with her biggest selling point being having a practically 90% self MP charge, and depending on the amount of Elizabeth allies and enemies on the field can go up to 140 MP charge. 10 to 20% MP charge on Elizabeth allies per MP usage makes her very easy to MP loop while having a buster noble Phantasm, unlike other dual MP servants like Melusan or Bathory where it will change their MP type based on their ascension stage. Elizabeth only changed her buffs on her noble Phantasm, switching between less MP damage buffs but way more crit star gain per MP in stage 1 and 2 to more MP damage buffs and more MP charge after using her noble Phantasm on Elizabeth allies in stage 3. She is also the only servants that give party MP overcharge by buster attack alone, making her having some unique interaction that can be developed later on, and a self invisibility plus MP gauge reduction on enemy per noble Phantasm makes her able to be used in some challenge quests also. Her skill 3 will reduce party's mental debuff resistance by 50% except herself, so it will be troublesome in some challenge quests, but usually can just ignore it if you are using her in farming nodes. So typical buster support like Koyanska or Oberon will pair her up pretty good, or you can fit her into crit teams if you want to utilize her 30 crit star per MP use while in stage 1 and 2. Due to her skill kit, she can also fit into some multi-core teams, with the most obvious example be pairing her with another Elizabeth to maximize the benefit. CE wise will be Black Girl as usual, but depending on the ascension level she's on, you can also use crit CE if needed to. Overall, Elizabeth is a unique and pretty decent 5-star single target on her own, even though her damage capability may not be as high when comparing with similar 5-star Lancer like Enkidu or Skadi. She is still a very decent 5-star buster single target Lancer with well-rounded buffs in damage, defense, and MP looping capabilities. MP1 is fine on her, but the MP2 will be more desirable, so I guess it's time for you to gacha for her if you need to collect all the Elizabeth servants in FGO. That's it for now. Make sure to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful, or else Elizabeth will never show up in the gacha pool. Anyways, I'm gone now.